concatenation means to link together or chain together. An excellent example of a concatenation is the biblical word Torah, which is made by combining two Hebrew words for good and evil, tav and ra, to form the word Torah, which means good and evil. It's the two words smushed together. Torah refers to the first 5 books of the Bible written by Moses: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. In Genesis, Moses wrote of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, Torah. Then in Deuteronomy 30:15, he says, "See, I have set before you today life and good and death and evil. Therefore choose life that you might live." Torah is a paradox, a contradiction that is both good and evil projected onto a single tree. Torah isn't a treatise on good and evil. It isn't the law of God or the law of man, and it isn't a history lesson. Torah is a question. Good or evil? It's a test. It's a dare. Moses did not define good or evil or right and wrong. That is your job. He introduced both and deliberately conflated them to draw from you your knowledge of good and evil. The scripture is a two-edged sword that reveals the hearts of men, is it not? By his own confession, Moses wrote good words that should be observed and evil words that should not be observed. Then Moses gave you, the student, the power and authority to judge or choose which is which. Does this sound simple to you? Do you think you know right from wrong? Would you know right from wrong if your teacher called sin righteousness and righteousness sin? Would you still know right from wrong? Isaiah, woe to those who call evil good and good evil. They call darkness light and light darkness, and call bitter sweet and sweet bitter. Would you still be able to determine right from wrong if your teacher switched the identities of God and Satan? Because Moses wrote both of these statements in Exodus 3:18. He asked Pharaoh to let his people go that we may sacrifice to our God. And then in Deuteronomy 32:17, he said, they sacrifice to devils and not to God. This is a paradox, a conundrum. These things are contradictory. They are good or evil. They ask you to judge, to decide. If sacrifice is good, then why did Jesus say, I will have mercy and I will not accept sacrifice? And if sacrifice is evil, why did Moses command it? You're supposed to be reflecting, thinking, pondering, meditating on these things day and night. So Torah is the question, good or evil, and it's a dare. It's not supposed to tell you what to do. You're supposed to judge the book. You're supposed to judge between good and evil and right and wrong. Torah presents a series of increasingly difficult, logical, moral, and ethical conundrums. for our consideration, our meditation, our reflection. Torah isn't a law. Torah is a thing called a koan. And a koan is a teaching tool. It is a paradoxical question, statement, or conundrum from the school of Zen Buddhism, used to provoke deep contemplation and meditation. Its purpose is to challenge the limits of logic and reasoning and to invoke intuition and self-awareness. The purpose of a koan is to plumb the depths of one's own character. These are not a set of laws you must obey. These are questions to be answered and riddles to be solved. They require you to act as judge and jury and determine good from evil and right from wrong. This is the Bible Literacy Project. We teach the Bible as it is written and not as it has been imagined.